anything, or?
We just warm it up. I pull a valve on the back of the intake there to lean it out so it warms up faster and burns less fuel.
Okay.
I do all that. That's all I do.
Okay.
So.
All right, let me get one of my guys here and we can check the stuff, and then we'll do a run. Your 1/8 mile or 1/4 mile?
Quarter.
Quarter. Okay, I'll set it up for that. For like a 6. What is your index?
610.
610. Okay, I'll try and get it as close to that. We may have to mess with the ramp rate a little bit to get it like exactly.
You remember when Matt Exner was here?
Mm-hmm.
The Ford motor?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. He just runs a lot more boost than what I do. So, and I don't want the boost. I know you say that's good, but just not for me. I need it to live all season.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, let me get my guy. We'll check to make sure all the injectors are clicking. We don't have anything random that we're missing or anything like that. We can do a first run, and then when we switch to the tune-up where the fuel table's fixed and different things like that, we're gonna go for shorter runs.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like a flash the converter, a first gear, you know, and like work our way back up to a full run, so that way I can try and get like close.
Yeah.
Are the plugs that are in it new?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought some new ones too.
And then we'll see if we can clean some stuff up, make it idle nice. It's pretty sporty.
Yeah. 1/4 mile like that?
That was a short run too.
Yeah.
You were actually short, but a little bit.
The one too is very short.
No, that's the one too. That was the dump.
No, I felt that, but even here, I felt it was super short. Compared to
2.4 into the run, 80-100.
feels short.
You could see this, like that jumped the car.
Oh yeah, I felt it.
So I put the thing on there for you just in case.
Because I saw the lever moves.
Okay.
What is that right there?
This?
What's that hump right there? Is that the dyno thing?
No, that's
Is that 1 second in?
Yes.
That's a transmission dump valve, I guess.
Yeah, but you also had a timing curve. It looks funny though.
Oh yeah, it did have a launch retard in it, yes.
Dump valve is being done by the delay box or what?
Yes.
Okay, that's why I can't see it.
You can see the transmission pressure.
Yeah.
No, it's on the delay box.
Yeah, it runs over the top of that 150-pound sensor you see.
Yeah. Which pressure is that you're looking at? The cooler?
Torque converter pressure, yeah.
Okay. I have that data and I don't even know what to do with it. How high do RPMs go?
80,
Top end is about the same.
8100. This is only 5.3 seconds, 5.2 seconds, 8300.
Okay.
Probably could have held it a little bit longer, but
Well, what does the slip show? Or does it show slip? I guess it would.
converter slip?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be way off.
That's what I figured.
Drive shaft looks wrong, like the number of teeth or something like that.
I changed it. The sensor's changed.
to a different.
I used to run a 32 and I'm on an 8, I think. But I thought I fixed that, but when I swapped files a couple of times at the house, I bet I forgot it. I've never had a good clean drive shaft, so I'm changing sensors. And
It works.
On my old files, it was always like this all the way down the track, and I was always thinking it was spinning or shaking or something, but I couldn't prove it. I had the 32 tooth inductive thing, it had the little notches cut in it, so now I went back to a magnet.
To me, what looks odd though is when your dump turns off, the engine RPM picks up like a lot, and the timing curve's not even finished yet. That just looks odd to me.
Is that not the slippage in the converter?
Yeah, but you would think that this RPM would be higher then.
Because of the dump.
But if we got a timing
But the
curve,
timing counteracted the dump.
It's a big timing curve.
Yeah.
But just the way that it's timed and how it visually, graphically looks is weird. Because it looks like a gear change happens when the dump turns off. You see that?
Yeah.
You even see it in the drive shaft.
So what did the slip end up being when you fixed that?
I would have to do another calculation.
It used to be on there. It's not
I
on-
know, but it's wrong.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
but it's not going to tell you anything anyway unless you compare it to another run.
Well, I just wanted, I knew it was going to be different on the dyno, but I wanted to see what the difference was. I know what it used to be on the track with that other stator. I don't know what this stator does.
You'd have to know a specific point on the track's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
%, 11%.
That's not bad.
And it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Pretty tight.
That other one was 9 to 10 at the finish line, so. Well, with that 136, it was 13.
going from 180 to a 1, and when you're getting this, like the converter can make it do this because of how all the multiplication happens, I guess. So instead of shifting it at like 8100, we might have to shift it at like 7800 or something, and then it'll actually go flat, which would be easier for you to manage as far as like how quickly the car goes, because you don't have like a rapid change in power to the tire during a race.
Yeah.
On the track, when like my car especially, I can use it. It'll shift, drop, and then it'll come over and do that. And I don't know why it wouldn't drop and ramp.
It probably has something to do with the converter package.
Well, that's what I've blamed it on all this time, but I didn't know if it was something that was fixable. Sometimes we shift a little shorter, sometimes we shift a little higher, but if you drop your shift back very much and you're shifting on RPM, and you get in good air, your converter's going to flash to a shift on the starting line. You see what I'm saying? So
It won't do it every pass.
So one thing that is nice about our ECU, I don't know if your delay box has this, but I can have it shift on RPM and time together. So I can say shift at 8,000 RPMs in 2 seconds, and it has to have both.
Yeah.
and that's the way the grid works.
Yeah. No, but delay box doesn't do that.
It looked like it should have had any kind of
pump.
stumble or anything like that. It's one of the better looking plugs. What do you gap these to?
20 where they come out of the box there. I just check them to make sure they're not been bumped or something to close them up, you know. They're around
20?
19 or 20, yeah.
We have gapped them anywhere from 12 to 40.
12 is what I recommend.
It didn't like 12. But
That was on our other tune-up too.
I know you guys already put plugs in, but just to guarantee that that little sputter that we had here isn't plug gap, can we do like 12 or 14, whatever you guys feel comfortable with? 12 is what I run everything at, because that way if it misfires, it's broke.
Do you want it, another new set?
Is there plugs in it yet?
No, this is the ones we
Oh,
just,
okay.
they's got one run.
Yeah, a new set with them gapped at 12 if you can.
Okay. I think I got one more set of 11s.
That's fine. And we have plugs here in case you need to, but I only expect us to need one more run anyway. So.
shift much quicker than that thing.
It's got one pop that come out of the number 3 right here. Just one little puff.
I was expecting a little more driving than that.
I think we're getting in that zone.
Yeah.
The multiplication is gone. That's the only way I know how to explain it.
The
it was
line's
like-
better everywhere though.
Sure.
From the start.
Oh yeah. Yep. This is probably because it was a little cooler. Made 3 more horsepower.
There you go.